Summer 2019, what to like, what to hate, and what to avoid with the 20-foot pole. Starting this list off with a bang is the second anime adaptation after The Promised Neverland from Shonen Jump's new Golden Boys, Dr. Stone. Recently I've been reading the manga, and hot damn has it turned out to be one of my favorite manga of all time, if only for the fact that it makes all things science actually interesting. And speaking that I'm the type of person to fall asleep during biology class, that's a pretty big achievement. The show follows Senku, a mad scientist who has to bring humanity from the brink of extinction when almost all of the human race is suddenly turned into stone statues by a mysterious flash of light. Senku, along with his friends, must try and rebuild civilization from scratch with the power of science. Along with the show having a badass villain to go against Senku, watching the speedrun through the science of human civilization will be entertaining as hell. After being 100% caught up with the manga, I can personally vouch that this show is going to be a must-watch this season, especially for anyone even slightly interested in science. Now that we got one of the gems coming out this season out of the way, time to dive headfirst into the mediocre trash that will most likely be Isekai Cheat Magician. Now I'm not saying it won't be good, the isekai genre has surprised me more times than I can count. But when the synopsis includes the words, "Thus the regular high school students transformed into the strongest cheats," it doesn't exactly fill me with confidence that this will be anywhere above mediocre. It's not even the entertaining type of OP isekai like Overlord. This one is going to be a hard pass for me, if only because of how generic and boring it sounds. However, this next isekai seems to have put its own comedic spin on the at this point incredibly played out isekai genre. Sujo Kogeki ga Zentai Kogeki de Nikai Kogeki no Okasan wa Suki desu ka? Yes, it is a light novel. Or in English, Do You Love Your Mom and Her Two-Hit Multi-Target Attacks? Seems like a hilarious spin on the normal bog-standard isekai show. I mean, just think of all the normal and boring isekai cliches we normally see, but now include a mom that will most likely embarrass her son at each and every single one. I'm always a sucker for anime that parody the established cliches of the genre, so this one is going to be a must-watch for me. This next one is going to be a pass, and before I'm absolutely crucified for this, the only reason I'm going to be passing on a certain scientific accelerator this season is because I haven't had the chance to fully dive into the certain scientific world yet. I've only heard good things about the series. Hell, the fanbase is almost as rabid as JoJo's fanbase to watch it. But yeah, for anyone who actually has consumed all of what the certain scientific world has to offer, Jesus Christ, you poor souls! This one's for you. Hell yeah, boys, Best Girl Hestia is back. Hope you're ready to whip out your toothbrushes and dance along, because Season 2 has finally arrived after, what, like 40 years? Regardless, I'm excited to dive right back into this world and see Belle try his hardest to not get kidnapped by any of the other pedo gods and goddesses lurking about. I am definitely going to have to refresh my memory on what the hell the plot of the story even was, though, because the last thing I remember is Belle and company going down into the depths, getting their asses kicked, and then fighting an MMO raid boss. Why? I have no clue. But anyways, this is going to be a must-watch this season, if only to support Best Girl Hestia in the upcoming seasonal Best Girl War. Onto the third fucking isekai anime this season, 4 if you count Danmachi, even though it's technically not one. Are Fureta, From Commonplace to World's Strongest. Once again based off a light novel, this show seems like it will be one of the many isekai anime this season replacing Shield Hero. What I can glean from the synopsis is that it will be a rags to riches story, similar to last season's Pokemon Sword and Shield. I did really enjoy watching Naofumi defy the odds and gain glory last season, so I'll definitely see if this show is at least as entertaining as Shield Hero was. Next on the list is, whew, damn. Looks like I know where all the upcoming anime gifts are coming from, cause hot damn. Dumbbell Nan Kilo Moteru, or translated into English, Girl Do You Even Lift, is the answer to all those degenerates out there who search Google for buff anime girls. What? Vinland Saga, huh? I might give this one a pass. After all, I'm not a huge fan of historical anime. I mean, that looks great, I just don't think it's my cup of tea. Historical anime tend to be a bit slow after all. Fine, I guess I'll watch it then. All jokes aside though, before I saw the promotional videos, I had only heard about Vinland Saga in passing, and after doing some research and seeing the manga it's being adapted from, I knew this show would be one I wouldn't want to pass on this season. The striking art style reminded both me and my friends of Berserk. No, not that one. The manga. There we go. I knew that passing on this would have meant passing on what Berserk should have been. A gritty, bloody, war-filled drama packed to the brim with badass action scenes. For anyone wondering on what show to watch this season, make sure you watch this one. You won't want to miss it. Speaking of shows you definitely won't want to miss this season, the final spot for shows that I'm 100% going to watch goes to Fire Force. This fiery new world from the mind of the creator of Soul Eater, Atsushi Okubo, instantly gripped me when I first started reading the manga. Okubo's striking art style, combined with the fascinating fire-centric powers the characters are given, forged a world that has been hands down my favorite manga recently. And after seeing what a badass job David Productions did animating Shinra and the rest of Company 8, this is easily the show I am most hyped for, and I guarantee you won't want to skip out on this one. Now, because there are so many anime this season, and I don't want to ramble for the next 30 minutes, I think it's time for a rapid fire round. Mouse-sama Retry is another isekai show, following what the synopsis says is an all-powerful demon lord who's actually just a regular guy. Only time will tell if the misunderstandings and humor caused from that premise is actually funny, or if it falls flat on its face. Lord El Moloi II, Sei no Jikenbo, Rail Zeppelin Grace No, is this season's attempt at a mystery-centered anime. These types of shows normally have to be incredibly good for me to enjoy them, so this is most likely going to be a pass for me. It also doesn't help that it's a part of the Fate series, yet another gigantic story that I honestly doubt I will dive into anytime soon. But for those who are all for mystery anime, here you go. Will you please like hentai if it's cute? Seems like it will be an entertaining and funny comedy and ecchi series. However, with me already watching cute girls lifting dumbbells cutely for my ecchi fix, and Dan Machi for my harem bait fix, I'm fine with passing on this one. If it is funny enough though, I might add it to my current list. The last show that I might be interested in this season is Kanata no Astra. This show looks like it centers around space exploration. However, the reason I'm apprehensive is these types of shows tend to either be fantastic or be incredibly boring. So I'm going to wait out the first couple episodes to judge whether or not it's actually worth my time. I'm also going to throw in a quick mention to the new Konosuba movie coming out this summer. I've loved everything that's come from these lovable idiots, and I can't wait to die from laughter in the theater watching this one. And I think that just about does it. There are of course going to be shows that I'll pick up and drop along the way, but the ones I just raved about are what I'll be starting with. If there are any shows that you think should have been on here, make sure to convince me why I should watch them in the comments down below. There are way too many shows this season that are going to be amazing, so I know I'm going to end up missing one or two. Regardless, thank you all for joining me on what I guess is preparation for future adventures, and I'll see you all next time.